सो लाइक फ्रॉम आवर कॉन्वर्सेशन मैडम, मैंने ये ऑब्जर्व किया कि ये बहुत ही एक ऑर्गेनिक अप्रोच है.
Yes,
इट इज नॉट अ टेक्स्ट बुक अप्रोच, इट इज अ वेरी ऑर्गेनिक अप्रोच. आपने जैसे बोला केस टू
yes,
केस डिफर करता है. एंड आई एम
yes.
श्योर दैट विद द लाइफस्टाइल दैट दैट इज कमिंग अप, और हम सब जो एक लाइफस्टाइल जी रहे हैं, तो एक अवेयरनेस ऑर्गेनिक अप्रोच का भी मतलब हमारे एज
Hmm.
पेट पेरेंट्स और एज ह्यूमंस हमारे लाइफ में भी बढ़ रहा है. तो
Yes,
आई एम श्योर दैट दिस अप्रोच इज गोइंग टू ट्रेंड. तो अगर
yes.
हमें, यस प्लीज प्लीज, यू वांट टू पुट इन एनीथिंग?
No, no. So I just wanted to add that if you see nowadays, more and more people are also talking about, how to live a healthy life. Okay, they are not thinking about कि मुझे कौन सा मेडिसिन लेना चाहिए. Okay, people will think about intermittent fasting. Okay,
राइट.
people will think about eating healthy, eating raw, eating organic, eating fresh. Okay, people will think about exercising. People will think about how much they are working, and they will also think about what they are drinking, and they are not also. So ये सारी जो चीजें हैं, okay, why we are doing it in humans? Okay, we are doing it in humans because that is the need of the hour. So
करेक्ट.
similarly, that is also the need of the hour for animals. Okay.
राइट.
So अभी उनको हम लोग ये नहीं बोल सकते हैं कि eat salads. Okay. But for the fact that all these animals are coming up with lifestyle disorders that are not going to be treated by one particular modality. Okay.
करेक्ट.
So that is the reason this is the need of the hour, and this is why more and more doctors or more and more vets should be learning and integrating. Okay.
गॉट इट.
अभी ये सब जो मैंने पढ़ा है, it is a combination from the human practitioners and from the vet practitioners from all over the world. Okay, there is something called as functional medicine, which human doctors are or human practitioners are learning. They are learning at a molecular level. कि कहाँ पे कौन सी चीज कौन से सेल में गलत हो रही है जिसकी वजह से आपको ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. ओके, और वो फाइंड आउट करके फिर बाद में वो लोग वो टारगेट करेंगे, वो सॉर्ट आउट करेंगे और फिर आपको ठीक करेंगे. एंड दैट दे डू इट नॉट विद द हेल्प ऑफ मेडिसिन. ओके, बट दे विल डू इट by different ways of correcting what wrong is happening in
Correct.
your lifestyle. Okay, so that what you are doing here is you are approaching an organic way of treating the particular problem that you are going through. Okay, in animals it becomes little difficult. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to take a group of therapies, okay, and integrate them in a way कि हम लोग उनको एक अच्छा solution दे सकें. Okay, that will make them heal faster without any side effects or with minimum side effects, and give them a quality life also.
गॉट इट. मैडम, अगर मैं एज अ पेट पेरेंट अभी कल जाके, ये डेफिनेटली ट्रेंड होगा ये अप्रोच, राइट? सो इफ आई हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई इफ the right person or the right doctor who is actually a qualified integrative and holistic veterinarian, तो मैं कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करूँ उसको?
See, I'll tell you, you will have to go and ask the doctor whether they do any alternative or holistic therapies, whether they include it in their practice or not. अभी मैंने जो पढ़ा है, there are few doctors who have learned acupuncture. Okay,
Right.
so that is one holistic modality that they have. There are few doctors who have actually learned homeopathy also. Okay, there are few doctors who do a combination of Ayurvedic and homeopathy along with the allopathic practice that they have. Okay, so until and unless you don't go and ask, you will not come to know. And secondly, until and unless you don't try, also you will not come to know. See, when I chose my homeopathic doctor, I tried almost 9 homeopathic doctors before I decided to stick with the 10th doctor. Okay, so until and unless you don't try, you will not understand. Okay, uh, And the homeopathic doctor that I generally refer to, okay, uh, I have seen her medicines actually work for 90 to 95% of my cases. Okay, there will always be, some cases that it might not work or it might not
Right.
work 100%. But I think 90 to 95% is a very, very good number. Okay, so there are so many cases wherein one particular modality might give you very good results, but the same modality दूसरे condition में शायद ना काम करे. But that does not mean that that modality does not work or it is bad. Okay,
Right.
you
Absolutely.
just have to you just have to work it out. Okay, so until you have to go and try. Without trying or without taking an experience, without taking a practical experience, you will not come to know. Okay, but you
Right.
should definitely ask whether you do integrate or not because it really helps.
Got it. Got it. So, ma'am, final question कि डाइटरी प्लान या न्यूट्रिशन जब आपके पास कोई पेट पेरेंट आता है तो आप उसके साथ कैसे एक कस्टमाइज्ड डाइटरी प्लान बनाते हैं ताकि यू कैन इंश्योर दैट द पेट इज गेटिंग द राइट न्यूट्रिएंट्स.
Right. Um, See, I'll tell you, there are a lot of V diets available in the market, okay, that are specifically designed for a particular disease condition, okay. जैसे अगर लिवर प्रॉब्लम है तो हेपेटिक फूड अवेलेबल है, अगर किडनी फेलियर है तो रीनल फूड अवेलेबल है. So there are these different V diets that are specifically formulated for a particular disease condition, okay.
Okay.
But apart from that, if the animal does not have any other problem as such, okay, the best thing to give uh, your child or your animal is fresh food, okay. So you can give them, they can have fruits. If it is a dog, except for citric fruits and grapes, okay, जो dogs नहीं खा सकते, you can give them the rest of the fruits. And most of the dogs I have seen, they love eating fruits, so that gives them their daily dose of hydration, of fructose, of antioxidants. Okay,
Right.
they can have um, they can have curds, which becomes a natural probiotic. Okay, it also has a cooling effect in the summer. They can have fresh meat. They can have either chicken or mutton or fish. Okay, and it's absolutely fine. And as far as cats are concerned, I have seen that a lot of cats who are on fresh food, because
Hmm.
that is their natural diet. If you see, if you ask anybody what is a natural food for cats, they all will say mouse, okay, or
Hmm.
mice, and they eat raw. They will catch a pigeon. They will catch a squirrel. Okay, so cats basically their natural um, instinct is to hunt and to kill and to
Right.
tear and to munch onto the flesh. Okay, so that is their natural instinct. And I have seen that cats who are more on raw meat, okay, especially fish, their teeth are very healthy. Their
Okay.
gums are very healthy. Okay,
Right.
11-year-old, 12-year-old, 14-year-old cats I have seen whose each and every tooth is so healthy and the gums are so healthy. Okay, so if your cat or if your cat does not like eating raw food, it's okay. You can cook and give. Now there
Hmm.
are certain cats for whom they are very stubborn. They want to eat the commercial food. Okay,
Hmm.
and if you and they don't want to shift to raw diet, or they
Right.
don't want to shift to natural food, then that also is absolutely okay if you are giving them a good quality brand, like if you're giving them Royal Canin or if you're giving them Farmina, okay, which you know for the fact that the source is very, very good, okay.
Correct.
The processing is very, very good. It's still
Right.
processed food, but still the processing is good, but the quality is maintained. So if you're giving good quality diet, then it's okay, because these are few brands we've seen the animals don't really come up with health issues as such
Hmm.
because of the diet. Okay, but if you can give them a mixture, okay, of that plus the natural food, nothing like it. Okay, There are a lot of dogs also who are on combination diets. There are a lot of dogs who are on only fresh food. There are a lot of
Right.
dogs who are vegetarian dogs also. There are so many dogs who are on only milk and chapati, okay, all their life. Now milk and gluten um, is supposed to be allergic, okay.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and a lot of vets will say that you should not give, okay, but you also have to understand that not each and every dog or each and every cat is going to be a lactose intolerant dog or a lactose intolerant cat, okay, or
Right.
allergic to
Okay.
gluten for that matter,
Okay.
because we do so many allergy testings out here, and we realize that a lot of dogs or cats are allergic to rice and not to wheat, okay. So then we shift them from rice to wheat, okay. So these are specific items that you know for the fact that the animal is not going to react to. Okay, so then you
Hmm.
choose your items accordingly. Okay, so
But
it's not a
it's
ground rule.
it is really important that it is done under the supervision of a vet, the
Yes,
changing of
but
the diet.
you will, if there is a problem, you will see that problem recurring every time that dog or that cat is eating that particular food.
Right.
Okay, like
Okay.
every time your dog eats chicken, either he will vomit or he will have diarrhea or he will have rashes. Okay,
Right.
the same thing can happen with milk, the same thing can happen with chapati, the same thing can happen with rice, the same thing can happen with carrots. Okay,
Correct.
but
Right.
if your dog or your cat is showing symptoms of food allergy,
Hmm.
okay, then it becomes very important for you to find out what items he or she is allergic to, okay, and
Correct.
it is not necessary every time that there can be only one ingredient that can give rise to that allergy. There can be 4 to 5 ingredients also.
Okay.
So then how do you decide? Okay, it becomes very difficult to differentiate. Suppose if you are removing 2 items but you're giving 3 items, the dog or that cat is still going to, show the allergic symptoms. So that is why it becomes very important to find out which food groups or which food items he or she is allergic to, and then accordingly, according to report, choose the items that are non-allergic and you give those items. Okay, and we've
Right.
done this in so many dogs and cats, and it's you literally don't have to put them on any medicines after that. Okay, everything just settles down because you are giving them items that they are not going to react to.
Right.
So that entire process just stops out there. Okay. So this also is very important. So you really have to see what is it that you are addressing. Okay.
Hmm.
If it is a puppy, if it is a kitten, if it is animal with a certain disease condition or a certain problem, okay, or if it is an allergy condition. So what or whether there is a renal failure, hepatic failure, what exactly are you doing? Okay, but I will still suggest that you either give a combination of fresh and commercial food, or you can give
Right.
fresh food, or if he or she, if your cat or your dog is hell bent on eating
Hmm.
just one particular food, then you have to make sure that you are giving a good quality food and not cheaper foods,
Got it.
because they really create lots of problems and we see them on a regular basis each and every day. Yeah, so that is something that you really need to think of, because we see a lot of feeders also who are
Hmm.
feeding like 10 uh, hundreds and 200s of cats and dogs, and then
Hmm.
for such people, they go in for lower quality foods because they come at cheaper rates. Okay,
Right.
and then those many number of animals are eating that low quality food, and then they are coming up with more and more health issues. Okay, so that is something that you really have to keep in mind, that when you're giving commercial food, also you have to check the quality of the food. Okay.
Ma'am, I think we have reached the end of the episode, but you have spoken your heart out. That is something that I can say for sure, and it has been a wonderful experience discussing this topic with you. So thank you so much for being a part of the show
Thank you,
today,
thank you, thank you.
and
I was happy I could share my side of the story.
and I was extremely happy to learn. मुझे बहुत कुछ नया सुनने को मिला, सीखने को मिला. And I'll definitely go on the net. I'll learn a little more about what you have spoken. I'll take the small parts, a few chunks out of it, and definitely I'll spread it in my circle, and I hope it helps the viewers as well. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best from me and my team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and I
And all
hope
the
to see
best
you
to
again.
you also.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.